What's going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? So my name is Jack, or iJacap. Before I start this video and dive in, I need your help with something. So as you may not have noticed, that I haven't been posting a lot on my YouTube channel, and I'm not gonna say it's burnout because it's not. So I've actually kind of ran out of ideas. So if you guys have any ideas that you would like me to do in terms of creating content, please leave them in the comment section down below because I would greatly appreciate it. Because I've kind of ran out of ideas because I don't know what to create. I was going to do lots of travel vlogs and stuff, but of course that's kind of gone out the window because of what's going on right now. If you guys have got any kind of suggestions on what you'd like to see from me, or videos you'd like me to do, or maybe potentially videos you'd like me to do with other people, please let me know down in the comment section down below and I will see if I can make those things happen. Anyways, diving into today's video, we are going to talk about 12 tips that I find so helpful for long haul flights over 8 hours. Now I know we're not going on any long haul flights anytime soon because of COVID-19 and the whole virus and the whole pandemic and everything that's going on, and airlines aren't flying past domestic borders, so we shall still talk about it anyways because I still feel like, you know, it's helpful because nowadays, even with this whole pandemic going on, a lot of people are staying home, and a lot of people are actually taking this time to go and plan a vacation when this is all over, because I think it gives you a lot of time to plan something out and like have every little detail and aspect lined up. And I'm sorry if you can hear background noise because I have the windows open in my house and it's bringing nice air in and I like it. I'm going to talk about the 12 tips that I find so helpful for flights over 8 hours, because I feel like you gotta have something. You gotta have something to keep you in good spirits and try and make it as enjoyable as possible, because it is sometimes just the worst if you don't have things or don't do things a certain way. So tip number 1, I find the most important thing is try and adjust your body to the new time zone, but by tiring yourself out. Like, try not to go to sleep the night before if you're flying the next morning, so you can tire yourself out and then you'll sleep like a baby right on the plane. Tip number 2, adjust your watch to the new time zone that you are going to. This is extremely important because you want to adjust your body to the new time zone so you don't get jet lag. You will get jet lag if you don't adjust it, so the sooner you adjust it, the less of the impact it's going to have on you, and you're going to be more rested and you're going to feel better. Believe me, it's all about that thought process in your brain. If you keep telling yourself that you're in a different time zone, your body adjusts faster. I don't know how it does it, but it just does. Tip number 3, bring some snacks and water. It's extremely important to make sure that you're staying hydrated on your trip and making sure that you're staying full, because sometimes the flight attendant doesn't come around every 15 minutes for water service or beverage service or for snacks. So if you have some in your bag that you can snack on, I guarantee you will thank yourself, because if you get thirsty, or in my case if you get a headache, you have water and you have medication with you in case you need it, and you don't have to ask the flight attendant. Number 4, this is so important. Bring your own blankets, pillows, and eye mask, and even earplugs, because it's so important. You know, you've got people around you, it's loud on a plane, you want to be as comfortable as possible, and sometimes it gets really cold on a plane, so bringing a blanket and a pillow really helps keep your body temperature up so you're not cold and you're not shivering, because you can't fall asleep if you're freezing cold. And you want to be as comfortable as possible. Number 5, germs, especially now with COVID-19. Everyone's crazy about sanitation and disinfecting. I've always done this before this all even happened, years and years ago, before COVID even became a thing. I've always brought hand sanitizer with me. I've always brought wet wipes, the disinfecting ones. I've always brought Lysol wipes and stuff, and I've always wiped down the seat. I've always wiped down the tray table and the remotes and touch screen and everything that I would touch, like the armrest, the seat belt, the seat, everything, because you don't know what kind of germs are on a plane. You don't know where people have been. You don't know when people have washed their hands. Germs are everywhere, especially on a plane, and especially when you're going to be in an enclosed place with a lot of people for a long period of time. You want to make sure that you are sanitizing the things that you are touching. Number 6, wear some comfortable clothes. You will thank yourself in the long run. It is so incredibly important to wear comfortable clothes, because it does change in temperature a lot on the plane. It gets really hot sometimes, it gets really cold, so wearing comfortable clothes is really important so you can take layers off and put layers on as the flight progresses, because it does get cold and it does get hot on planes, so it's really hard to regulate the temperature. So bring extra layers, bring extra clothing that you can take off easily, because you will thank yourself in the long run. I 100% guarantee on that one. Number 7, make sure you keep yourself entertained. It's really important to keep yourself entertained. It's really gonna help pass the time. Download Netflix, movies, TV shows. I recommend TV shows. I find they take up more time because episodes are longer than movies. So do that. Bring books, bring games, bring cards, bring whatever you can bring. As long as it's not weighing down your bag too much, just bring whatever you can do to keep yourself entertained. A good book can keep you entertained for a long time, because some people read through a whole book in one sitting, and that can be like 3 hours. So find something to keep you occupied, because you will thank yourself. Be kind to the flight attendants. Flight attendants get bitched at a lot more than you would think. They get rude people that come on. They get people that are in a bad mood, have a short temper. They get people that yell at them, and as I didn't even know this really, that flight attendants got bitched at so much, because again, I always thought that you had to be really nice to the airline personnel because they could refuse to let you get on the plane or what, but apparently they get bitched at a lot, or they get bitched at because the plane is late even though it's not their fault. So be kind to them. They're doing extraordinary work. They're doing something that's really challenging and hard, and it's not just serving food and drinks. Flight attendants do a lot of work behind the scenes, like health and safety training, fire training. They are first responders if something goes wrong on that plane. So just keep that in mind. They are looking out for you if something goes wrong on that plane, just saying. And number 9, you're sitting next to somebody you don't know. Try and make a conversation with them. You never know if you're gonna meet somebody new, and it's kind of interesting to make new friends and find out why that person is traveling, because you may not ever know. You might make some new friends, and it might be worth your while. I would give it a go, if of course they're nice. Number 10, try and move around the plane. I know it's hard to move around the plane, especially when you're on a small one and it's crowded. Usually when you're on a long plane, you're on a pretty wide body jet, so you got a lot of space to move around. But if you have to go and move up and get around, even just walking down the aisles, but make sure you're doing it with the seatbelt signs off. But try and get up as much as you can, because again, if you're sitting all the time, your blood is going to start to sit in the bottom of your legs, and you're going to get clots, and you're going to get uncomfortable pains and aches, and you're going to feel really bad when you get off the plane because you've been sitting for so long. So try and move as much as you can, if possible. I know it's an inconvenience to say, hey, can you move? I want to get up and use the bathroom. So having an aisle seat really does help, but if you got a window seat, sometimes you're really annoying the person next to you because you're always asking to get up. Number 11, sometimes you have this option. I know I did with WestJet when I was in London Gatwick coming back to Pearson. You can put in a bid to upgrade your seat if there's available seats, and they'll take the highest bidder, or you can just pay to upgrade your seat later on in case there's extra seats in business or whatever. So if you have that option and it's not too much, or it's pretty inexpensive, go for it, because you will thank yourself in the long run if it's a long flight. Extra inches of legroom will actually make a difference. Believe me, it will. It does make a difference. Number 12 is my final tip. Relax and unwind. Travel is stressful. We all know this, but try and make it an enjoyable experience. It is stressful. It is something that eats at your mind. So once you're on that plane, take a moment to just have a breather, relax and unwind, and just try and get some sleep. And even if you have to take some sleeping pills or some ZQL or whatever it is, take some and just relax. Knock yourself out for 8-9 hours and get a good night's sleep, and I'm telling you, you will feel amazing when you walk off that plane. So I hope you guys really did enjoy this video. Again, I'm looking for suggestions on future videos to make for this channel, so if you could leave those down below in the comments, that would be greatly appreciated. If you could subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so that you're notified when I post new videos, because as I am pretty sporadic on this channel with my posts. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure that you stay safe, because coronavirus is a very it's a confusing time. Let's not make it any more confusing than it has to be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to be traveling out to Vancouver in July. I've kind of moved things around. I'm not going to South Africa anymore. I'm actually going to Australia and Hong Kong instead, so I've moved my travel around. I'll have a video coming out later on about explaining that whole madness, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you know what to do. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye guys.